the ground and the screen. One evening, under the shade of a banyan tree, a grandfather sat with his two grandsons. The boys were glued to their phones, their fingers scrolling endlessly. The grandfather, with a gentle smile, began to speak. When I was your age, there was no such thing as screens. Our world was the ground, the trees, the sky, and the laughter of friends. Every evening we'd run to the fields, play cricket, climb trees, and race until our legs gave out. The earth beneath our feet felt alive, and every game we played became a story we cherish forever. The boys glanced up briefly, but didn't respond. The grandfather continued, "You know, life has a way of teaching you through the simplest things. Falling while running taught us to rise again. Losing the game taught us humility. And winning, it taught us to celebrate together. These lessons, my dear boys, are not found in videos or reels. They're out there, waiting for you on the ground." One of the boys, still looking at his phone, asked, "But Dadaji, isn't it boring without this?" The grandfather chuckled. "Boring? Let me ask you, have you ever felt the thrill of hitting a six with your friends, cheering you on, or the joy of catching a kite in the wind? Have you laughed so hard that your stomach hurt? Not because of a video, but because of something real." The boys were silent now, their phones forgotten in their laps. Life isn't meant to be lived in front of a screen. It's meant to be felt, touched, and experienced. The ground beneath your feet has more stories to tell than any reel ever will. So go, play, make memories that don't need a like to matter. The boys looked at each other, then at their grandfather. One of them stood up and smiled. "Dadaji, will you teach us to play cricket like you used to?" The grandfather's eyes sparkled. "I thought you'd never ask." As they walked toward the open field, the grandfather's words echoed in their hearts. "Remember, my boys, life isn't in the reels. It's in the real."